Hey guys, Ethan here, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my FIFA 19 Ultimate Team, my Endgame team, my Meta team, whatever you want to call it. This is the best side I've ever built on any Ultimate team, and I don't really see any players that will be upgraded or swapped out between now and the end of FIFA 19, and I think we're at a stage in the game now with Team of the Season behind us. Pretty much all the best cards on the game have now been made available. And I think pretty much everyone's built like the best possible team they really can this year, and they're just having fun using it in FUT Champs or whatever, and that's what I'm doing. Pretty much everyone in this team, I think, bar one, is first owner as well, which is quite cool. And we're going to go through it. I'm going to show you guys all the players, my records with them and everything. Let you guys know any players I could possibly upgrade that I may be considering. You guys can let me know any potential upgrades you can think of down below in the comments as well. Obviously, depending on my budget, which right now is very, very minimal because I spent a lot of coins on one specific player. But we're going to go through it. It's in the 3-5-2 formation. I know that's not the most meta of formations at all this year. Very few people play 3 at the back, but it allows me to fit in all of the players I've got that are good and untradeable, and I also find the formation really fun because right now I just want to play FIFA to have fun rather than really kind of sweating it out and try-harding, and I like attacking, and this suits that very, very well, so it's a fun formation to try out. In goal, I've gone with Dijk. He is the only non-first owner player in the side. I literally just bought him. I had to sell him. I had his Champions League card to fund me getting one big player in this team, or completed SBC rather. I didn't buy him off the market. But I've managed to buy him back now. I literally have like 10k left, so right now there's no foreseeable upgrades in this side because of my budget. But Dijk, my favourite keeper on the game, an obvious upgrade is the Team of the Year or any of his other special cards, but right now I can't afford that. Now moving up into the defence, we're going to start off with an SBC card right here. It is the Champions League Moments card, I believe, for Sergio Ramos. This has been one of the best value SBCs we've had this year. It was about 400k for a 95 rated card with some insane stats. Again, obvious upgrade is the Team of the Year, but it's a lot more expensive and isn't too different when it comes to stats. I think he's a little bit quicker, and that's about it, apart from some minimal differences here and there. But a very, very good card, one of the best defenders on the game, very good both defensively and going forwards. In the middle of the defence, I've then gone with an icon, and that is Laurent Blanc, a player who I've played over 300 games with now, and is just so good. He is the perfect kind of well-rounded centre-back, as you can see by his stats. Over 70 in every single one of them. He's very quick, very good defensively, good physical, 6'4", medium-high work rates. There's really nothing you can fault him on. He's just good in every single area. Very, very similar statistically to Ramos, but I think he's even better because he's a lot taller, he's got better work rates, and he's better on the ball as well. And then finishing off the defence, we have got a first owner Team of the Season card, Virgil van Dijk. I got him from the Ultimate Team of the Season guarantee. He's probably the best defender on this game. The stats are insane. 86 pace, 97 defending, 99 physical, 6'4", and yeah, an absolute beast. Having two 6'4" defenders is very, very nice because you literally just don't concede headers because they're so good in the air and they dominate everyone. I've not played many games with him, having only packed him fairly recently and having been away on holiday and not really played much of the game, but I'm using him now and he is obviously very, very good. Now moving up into the midfield, the right defence midfielder doesn't actually play here in game. You will see how the team lines up in game. It is in the same formation, but the players swap around. It's Heung-min Son, who does in fact play as my left striker, I believe. This is from the Premier League Team of the Season guarantee. I used to play him as a cam, and probably about 120 of those games were as a cam, but when I swapped to this new formation here, he plays as a striker. He's got an amazing card. He's a lot of fun to use. Is one of the best players I've used on this game. His finishing, his long shots, they're just insane. One of the best players when it comes to shooting I've ever used on any FIFA. The other defensive midfielder who does actually play there in game is Emmanuel Petit. This is his Prime Moments card. I was debating between getting this or getting Vieira. Vieira was a little bit more, and in the end I went for Petit. He's probably, I'd say, the worst player in the team, but he's by no means bad. He is very, very, very good, but I think Vieira would be a better player. So if I were to upgrade, that would be one of the ones I go for, but he is by no means bad. By any stretch of the imagination, he is insane. Breaks up the play very, very well, and is good going forwards as well. He's much better when it comes to attacking compared to someone like Patrick Vieira. So a really nice card there, and he is the second of the 4 icons I've got, and the second of the 2 Prime Moments icons I've got in this team. On the left hand side, we've got a first owner player here, which is Vinicius Jr. I packed him in a player pickback. It was the very first one I opened for a video. Very, very lucky. He was the best Future Stars player available, and I packed him within about 2 minutes of him becoming available, which is pretty crazy. He has got a really bad record because I've never used him in a team where he started up until now. I've always just used him as a super sub. But he's got a really nice card, 96 pace, 95 dribbling, 90 shooting, it's crazy, 5-star skill moves as well. I'm all about having fun at this stage of the game, and using skills is a great way to do that. It's one of the things I'm better at when it comes to FIFA, and he has a lot of fun to use. But he is one player that I'm thinking of maybe upgrading, because there is a player currently available in Foot Swap who I could bring in for him and rework my team slightly for chemistry, and I'll explain that when I show you guys the full team. Then over on the right hand side, we have got George Best, the player who I believe has played the most games of any player in my current club. It's the 93 rated version, the prime icon card. Amazing stats, very good pace, dribbling and shooting, and a pretty decent record there, almost a goal or an assist per game. I used to play him as a right attacking midfielder. I used to play 4-2-3-1, but now he plays obviously as the right mid in this 3-5-2. Now moving up into the cam role, we've got the pride and joy of my team, which is Ruud Gullit. This is the player that I was talking about when it came to David De Gea. I had to sell him to get the last few coins to do one of the SPCs. To get this 93 rated card from scratch, it's like 2.8 million coins. You have to submit 14 squads, including 3 icons. And I traded in my entire club. I had so many untradables. I had some really, really good ones. I traded in like all sorts of cards. We had like the end of an era Torres. I traded in loads and loads of really, really good player picks from team of the season. Flashback cards like Iniesta. There were some properly good cards getting traded in. Some cards that I haven't really used though for a long time, and I thought I might as well just get a really, really good player for them instead of them just rotting in my club. I even traded in like Road to the Final Suarez and people too. I had so many untradables. But yeah, Ruud Gullit, 93 rated, he is insane. I've never used Gullit on any FIFA, and since FIFA 14 he's always been like one of the best players on FIFA, and I've always wanted to use him. And why not go ahead and get the prime version of him. 93 rated, insane stats. I don't think he suits Cam as well as he would suit centre mid, but I'm playing him here just because it's where he fits in this team, and he is very, very good in that role. I've mainly just been shooting with him from range, and all 4 of those goals have been ridiculous goals. I think 3 of them have been volleys where he's flicked it up and scored from like 30 yards out. And 1 was a banging free kick as well. I haven't really like attempted to get into the box with him. I just put all my play through him and shoot from range all the time, basically. Just because I'm trying him out, having fun with him. But he's got an amazing card. Obviously, look at the stats: 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills, insane long shots and shot power. And I'm going to play a game with this team later on, and hopefully you'll see just how good he is. Then my strikers, we've got Gretzky, who's actually one of my defensive midfielders. Team of the season card here. Very, very, very good. Better stats than Gullit, but I do prefer Gullit in game. But yeah, just an amazing card. Almost over 90 in every stat. And with the engine camera style that I have on him, it boosts up the really good ones, the pace, dribbling and passing, and makes him just unbelievably good. Such a good defensive midfielder, and one of my favourite players on this game. And then finishing the team off, we've got Julian Brandt, who I actually play as a striker. I used to play him as a centre mid, which is why he doesn't have the best of records. But as a striker, he has been very, very good for me. I know he's not a player you would typically use as a striker, but in my team, he's the player alongside Son that suits that role the best, so that's why he plays there. And if you apply a Hunter chemistry style to him, he has 99 pace, 99 shooting, 98 dribbling, 97 passing and 83 physical, so I really can't fault him. The only downside is the fact he doesn't have an attacking work rate, but he's still quite tall as well, so he wins headers. I think the upgrade a lot of people would probably suggest would be someone like Havertz instead of him. But statistically, with that camera style applied, they're so similar. I don't want to go and spend like 1.5 million coins when I already have an untradeable card right here that is very, very similar in game. So a really good player, someone I don't see many people using, but he has some amazing stats, and I'm very glad I was lucky enough to pack him. So that is what the team looks like when I get into the game, but as soon as it started, my team lines up obviously a little bit differently as you would expect. It goes to looking like this right here. So as you can see, Gretzky drops down there, and then we've got these two as my strikers. Gullit in behind, And then down on the bench, we've got Ibrahimovic, Kompany, and De Bruyne. These are basically the only three like decent untradables I've got left in my club, or just decent players in general. I gutted my club, and I didn't use these two as a Man City fan just because there's a lot of sentimental value there. I've used Kompany for like 300 odd games, and he was really good, and I still use him there every now and again. And then De Bruyne as well. The player who I've played the second most games with this year behind Best. And then Ibra, just because he's Ibra. He is very, very good. And he's played a lot of games, pretty much all as a substitute for me. But three very, very nice subs to have down there. The one upgrade I was thinking of doing, I don't know if it's that much of an upgrade really, would be to do this. And then get Promes, who's got a card and foot swap, the footies version of him, which is very similar to Vinicius Jr., but he's better marginally in all but one stat. I then swapped Van Dijk around here, but then, because of chemistry, I would need to get a Premier League centre-back, so I'd need to get Kompany, who is obviously worse than Ramos. So in one sense, it would be an upgrade, but in other ways, it would be a downgrade. Obviously, I'd have a better winger there, but I'd have a worse centre-back. But it would be something different to try out, so I may do that. I'm not entirely sure. Let me know down below what you think. Let me know what upgrades you would make here. There are obviously, as I've said, the obvious ones. Team of the Year, Ramos and De Gea, like Vieira here, maybe, I don't know, Ronaldinho on the left. Obviously, there's better versions of Best and Hullet available. I could get someone like Havertz, but for now, like, I have no coins, and I don't really play the game that much, and I don't trade or anything anymore because the game's dead, so I'm not going to be going and getting any of those big upgrades. But that's the team. Let's go on into a game with it, and hopefully I can show you guys just how good my end game team is, and hopefully we can score some bangers. Okay, we're coming up against this team right here. Interesting, he's got some really good players. He's got some questionable players like Kimpembe and Sula, but yeah, I mean, I guess this is his end game team, so let's see which one comes out on top. Vinicius Jr., top of the box, finesse shot. We've got the ball out wide now with Best, and he's got inside. We've won a corner now. Going to play this in to Van Dijk, who gets a head on it, and there we go. You don't outjump Van Dijk. You just don't. He's 6'4". He's probably got 99 for like every stat when it comes to heading. Like he's just unstoppable in the air. I think that's his first goal for my team. I never managed to pick him out. It always seems to go to Blanc instead of him. But if you pick him out, it's basically just a guaranteed goal. 1-0, Virgil van Dijk. Hullet on the ball now. This is where this team is just deadly. Once you start breaking forwards, and when you've got 3-5-2, there we go, 2-0. It's just so hard to deal with for your opponent because you just have your entire team basically pushing forwards. Obviously, you've got the three that stay back. Your defensive midfielders get involved, the wingers, they're overlapping, and then you've got that trio up front. So hard to defend against, and that's exactly what happened here. I think it was Brandt that got the assist. Little 1-2 with Son, and Son just doesn't miss. Like I was saying earlier on, his shooting is so good. Like honestly, I've never used a player with a better shot than him. He just gets so much power and accuracy behind it. It's unreal. It just always goes in. Nice bit of play there by Petit. He's always there. He's always exactly where you want him. And again, this is where the team's deadly, because look, we've got all these players making runs forwards. Son's through there again. Going to take that round the keeper, finish that into the side netting. Probably could have gone with a slightly better option rather than the ball roll. But I'm just getting so many chances. And then having Hullet at cam, he just always wins any of those headers from goal kicks. That's like the third time he's done it this game. And now already we've got loads of people making runs forward. Hullet hits it. And it's a big save by Neuer. There we go, going into half-time, all over this guy. More shots, more on target, more possession. It's comfortable, 2-0. Look at the speed of the counter here. This guy was attacking literally like a second ago. And already now, even though I made a mistake there, we're still breaking forwards. Hullet on the ball now in the midfield. And this guy just can't deal with him at all. Look at the strength from Hullet. He's just like, it's unfair. No one can do anything against him. Ref, that is a penalty. I was about to just do a drag back and then finesse that into the far corner, but in the end, Schultz comes across and takes Best out. And I'm not sure if this guy's going to stick about now, because if we make this 3-0, it is definitely game over. Yeah, just takes Best out completely. We're going to give this to Hullet. Going to look left. And we're going to go right. Oh no, we're not. We're going to go left. I mean, I wanted to go right, but he just went left, smashed it in, and there we go. 3-0 Hullet gets the goal. Very, very comfortable. Good interception there by Ramos. I think apparently that's not a good interception. Apparently that's a foul, but defensively, this team is just so good. A lot of people would think, that is a good goal to be fair, a lot of people would think 3 at the back isn't good defensively, but having the 3 defenders and then having the 2 defensive midfielders that sit in front of them is actually very, very solid and really hard to break down. I thought that was going in. Should have hit that with the other foot. He kind of curled that the wrong way. But yeah, 3 at the back is actually very, very good this year. Like, I know a few pros use it. I know a few pros use 5 at the back too, which is fairly similar with the attacking wing backs. But for me, 3 at the back is so fun. Like, because going forwards, you just have so many options, and then defensively, it isn't actually like as bad as a lot of people would think. Look at the strength there from Hullet. He is just a beast. But honestly, it is unfair using him. Like, he's so strong. Like, his presence, I think he's 6'3" or something. People just can't get near him. Like, if you dribble like this, just keeping the ball close and shielding it. Look at that. He's just got away from those defenders with ease. The shot wasn't quite what I wanted, but he's just so hard to get off the ball. And look at that for a turn. And he hits it. That's what I'm talking about. He just scores 6 goals. Every single goal he scored for me, apart from the penalty, has been insane. And that's like a typical goal for him. I think he scored like 4 goals like that basically for my team. Just flicks it up, volleys it. Is that 4-1? I think it's 4-1. Game over for sure. There we go, full time. That was 4-1 in the end. Hullet had 10 attempts, which I think is way more than this guy even had like with his whole team. He got 2. I'm not sure who scored the others. I think Son got 1. And then I think Van Dijk got the opener. I'm not sure. We'll see in a moment when it actually loads. Gretzky was man of the match. I'm not entirely sure why. He got 2 assists. Best got 1. Brandt got 1. And yeah, the goals, Hullet, Son and Van Dijk. Match ratings, everyone was really good there, apart from Vinicius Jr., who was just like way off. So maybe, as I was saying, I could upgrade him to Promise, because him and Petit are probably the 2 worst players in the team, and I'd say he's worse than Petit. So yeah, he could be an upgrade, but as I said, I would then have to take Ramos out. But overall, that showed just how good this team was. Let's look at the stats, because I had so many shots. 18, 10 of which were from Hullet, pretty much all from range. But as you saw, when he does shoot from range, they do go in, and he scores some really nice goals. But let me know what you think of the team down below. Let me know what upgrades you think I could make, bearing in mind though I have like no coins. Let me know what your team is at this stage of FIFA, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.